What I guess my question is there anything that the average person needs to know about easy water that will help them make better nutritional choices?
Yes, I think so. So let me explain. So ideally, your cell is filled with not only macromolecules and ions and such, but also filled with easy or fourth phase water. This is and as we get older, we get dehydrated, and cellular dehydration corresponds to not enough easy water. Also, if you have a pathology, often it corresponds to a low negative electrical potential, not enough negativity, so to speak. I'm sorry for the terminology, but that's the way it goes. Thank you, Ben Franklin. Uh, uh, and um, and so what you want to do to reverse the pathology is to build up easy water. So cancer cells, for example, instead of typical cells of minus 80 or minus 70 or 90 millivolts, maybe only 10 or 20 millivolts negative. Pathological kidney cells also down to, instead of minus 80 or something, down it's only minus 10, minus 20. In our interpretation, it means there's not enough easy water because that's where the negativity comes from. So if you don't have enough, you want to build it up again. And that's why many people underline the critical importance of hydration. And hydration, what it really means in the cellular level, if we're right in our assertions, is that it's a buildup of easy water. So you want to build up easy water, and there are several really simple ways to do it. Many of the people who deal in natural medicine and such, and some nutrition, understand that. And I can give you, if you like, a list of 5 or 6 simple ways that you can build your easy water. And building the easy water should contribute to a reversal of pathology.
So more than just drinking it, there are things that you can do to build that up than just
Yeah,
rather than just drinking more water.
yeah, absolutely. So drinking water is one way. Because it's the raw material for building EZ. So sure, you don't want to stop drinking water or getting your water from various foods. Um, but another way is to walk out in the sun. So as I mentioned, roughly half the sun's energy is in the infrared range. And the infrared range is exactly what builds easy water. So if you walk out in the sun, especially if you take off your clothing, but even if you don't, your body is receiving infrared energy, and that energy should build easy water inside your body. Okay,
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because some really big advances in the health field over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years that I've been following has been red light therapy, and specifically infrared light therapy, where people are standing in front of, these red blocks of whatever, and they're claiming to get some benefit from that, and it seems to line up with what you're saying here.
I think so. I think that I've heard of some of these, and I think that they have been unsure of the mechanism. But from our point of view and what we found, the mechanism is very straightforward. It's simply that it builds the easy water to make your cells healthy. That's all. I ran into one clinician in Germany. No, it was in Denmark, but he was I think from Germany. He was attending my lecture, and he came to me afterward. He said, I specialize in infrared treatments. Young women come to me and they have some facial cancer or something, and the physicians have said, well, we need to operate, but of course they don't want their face to be disfigured. So he exposes their face to infrared light. He said, it's like magic. It absolutely clears up whatever facial problems there are. And I've heard other clinicians doing the same. So yeah, this is one relatively easy way to do it. You can do it either with an infrared lamp, or the better way is the natural way, go into a sauna, either in Finland or the banya in Russia, or as you like. So the heat, basically, as we were talking before, the heat and the infrared are largely the same. And so you're exposing your whole body to a lot of infrared energy. And that infrared energy is what builds easy water. And I think that's the reason why you go in there for 20 minutes and you come out and you feel like $1 million, because throughout your body, you've built easy water, and building up easy water makes your cells function better, properly, and you feel better as a result. So that's another one.
So I cut you off. You said we can get better easy water with sunlight and just drinking more water. What are some of the other ways you mentioned?
Well, a sauna would be another.
Sauna.
A sauna.
Well, that sauna is another one of these things that a lot of people really believe in the healing power of specifically infrared saunas.
Well, we think we've come up with an explanation for why there is healing power, and it's a simple one. It's not complicated. Another one is walking barefoot on the beach. So the question is, well,
it's grounding. That's another one.
Grounding, yeah. But the question is, why should grounding lead to better health? And you can come up with various philosophical or spiritual kinds of reasoning, and they may apply. But also, the Earth is not neutral. I learned only about 10 years ago something I should have known throughout, because my original education was in electrical engineering. The Earth is not neutral, it's negatively charged. And this is well known, it's just that we don't learn it in this country. In Russia, my friend who told me this, he said, you don't know about this? In Russia, every middle school student knows that the Earth is negatively charged. And so I guess maybe our education is deficient, because the evidence is really clear. I don't know anybody who challenges it. It's just that they don't teach it because it seems unimportant, I guess. So if you connect yourself to that negative Earth, what happens is electrons from the Earth can enter into your body. And we found experimentally that if you stick an electrode in water and pass negative charge, pass electrons into it, that water converts to easy water. You see, so it means you connect yourself to the Earth in one of a number of different ways. You get more easy water and you feel better. So I think it's a simple reason as to why earthing or grounding is good for health. Okay, so that's, I think, a fourth one. A fifth one is maybe more closer to nutrition. There are two ways. One of them is to do juicing. So, a lot of people have caught on onto this. You take the plant, you put it through this machine that squeezes the juice out of the plant, and you drink it. So why should this be healthful? It's helpful, I think, because what you're doing is you're squeezing out the water from inside the cells of the plant. And this water contains lots of easy water. And these cells are healthy. The leaves are new and freshly grown. So you squeeze out the intracellular water and drink it, you're basically drinking easy water. And so presumably this is replacing the missing easy water that's inside your body. And that's why many naturopaths and other practitioners recommend this as maybe one of the simplest and most effective expedients for becoming healthy. So finally, well, there are some more, but finally, there are certain substances that everybody knows for millennia, starting from Ayurvedic times and ancient Chinese times, substances that are good for you, right? And they'll do wonders in restoring health. So one of those is, for example, turmeric. Another one is coconut water or coconut oil, even aspirin from the bark of the willow tree. It does so many positive things to your body, and besides just curing a headache. And the question that arose to us is, if each one of these has been established throughout the millennia as being good for health, and it doesn't impact only one thing, but each one of those impacts so many things throughout the body, there must be some central agent that is responsible. So So what is it? Either it could have a dozen different mechanisms or one mechanism that applies everywhere. And by Occam's razor, you think, one mechanism applying everywhere makes more sense. And what could that be? Well, it could be in water because water is everywhere. So we came up with a hypothesis that the reason these agents are so good at promoting health is that they build easy water. We tested it by doing experiments for each one of those. And we found that among the ones we tested, including ghee, by the way, among those that we tested, every one of them builds easy water in concentrations that are sort of normal for the body. So that is maybe number 6 or so. These substances known to be effective for health, I think they really are effective for health, and the mechanism may lie simply in buildup of easy water.